Colon cancer is a very common cancer, and we know that most of them occur from this benign precancerous polyp. And if you remove those polyps, you never end up then getting that cancer.
The technology has advanced dramatically since I've been a gastroenterologist. In the early days of colonoscopy, we peered through a small hole at the top of the scope and got a very limited view of the colon. We now have high-definition scopes that project pictures onto big screen TVs where we can identify a 1 to 2 millimeter polyp and remove it.
When I first signed up for this, colon cancer was an old person's disease, 60s, 70s, 80s. Over the last 10 years or so, we've seen a clear shift to where now almost half of my patients are under the age of 50. And we don't understand why.
The top barriers for Americans being screened for colorectal cancer, the number one barrier is fear. It is the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of anesthesia. It's the fear of, obviously, for some people, whether we're talking about machismo, et cetera, of having something stuck where the sun don't shine.
Colonoscopy sounds like a very scary experience, but it's something that you should go through. It's a very simple, easy way to make sure that we prevent you from getting colon cancer.
One fear patients will tell me is that they're afraid that in having the colonoscopy we're going to find a colon cancer. And what I tell them in that case is if a colon cancer is present, we can find it early on a colonoscopy when it is far more curable, sometimes with just surgery alone, and very rarely with a colostomy.
Obviously there is the fear of, too, I have to take a day off of work. There's the fear of the prep. You know, I think that these are all valid fears, and I think being educated about the colonoscopy itself and or looking at alternative tests, if that is really going to make a big barrier for you to go get screened, is very important.
When patients say they don't have time for a colonoscopy, I always say 1 day of a colonoscopy will actually save you so much time in the future.
We've seen the results of this. So patients who've been getting screened, people who've been getting screened, we're watching the mortality, people who die of the disease fall. We're watching the incidence, the number of patients getting the disease in the first place fall because we're removing these premalignant cancers.
No ifs,
and
or
buts.
Get screened.
Get screened.
Get screened.
Get screened.